part 25 starts off with the hideout, and right away we're gonna do another mission. It's been a while since we've done a mission because the last video featured a lot of boss battles and story segments. Now we're back to the traditional mission where we need to destroy enemies within a certain time limit, and we do have to get the awards in order to get one of the trophies for every mission. So as we've been doing for the guide up to this point, I'm going to try and get all the rewards on the first try of the mission so we don't have to replay some missions. So as you can see, we're no longer in Akabachi's kingdom, which had like the hellish-like creek stones and red colors. We now are in this kind of space-like atmosphere. We have 7 turns to destroy everything in this mission 43, Path to God A. As you can see, we have a mix of barrels, and we have a lot of different elements here. As you can see, we have enemies that are spread out across the entire map, and we're kind of surrounded. And in 7 turns, we're going to have to do a lot of work here to get around and get all these enemies to get within 7 turns. So we started off by hurting one of these bruiser characters to get a once more opportunity. But this doesn't buy us too much because the triple threat window isn't exactly incredible. We're not really well leveled currently, but later this is a mission that we'll be able to accomplish in 1 turn, which is pretty cool. But we're not going to do that in this one. We're just going to get the awards in the 7 turn limit. So as you can see, I'm going to start by going through these barrels here to try and start making headway through the map. And I've induced a triple threat here to try and kill some of the enemies that are on our way. And as usual, if you do the triple threat triangle, it will only destroy the enemies themselves. It will not destroy barrels. Sometimes works out in your favor, other times it doesn't, depending on if the barrels are in your way. As you can see, I expanded the triple threat window here with Ryuji by doing that gunshot, triggering it once more. And so we have a couple more enemies snared in our triple threat window here. We still have quite a few enemies remaining on the top levels as well that we will need to address.
Here's we fight together. Persona. And this one. Okay, we're down 1 enemy. You have a knockback? Seriously, not good. Take them down. Here I go.
Enemies can shoot the barrels as well, whether they intend to or not. This bruiser enemy got quite an amount of damage on us because of the once more opportunity, but luckily we survived it, and as you can see we have more enemies spawning. Keep that in mind here.
You're doing great! Your health is super low! Hurry up and heal! Alright. Better get ready, I can still fight! You hit well, Toshiro! An excellent escape! Persona!
This is one of Toshiro's abilities for healing. If you put a cube down, it will heal you as long as you are in the vicinity of that cube. It's not a spell I use often, but it is nice to get you out of a jam, like the case that Toshiro is in here, because he's taking a lot of damage. And the downside of this one is, unless you stay within the vicinity of the cube, you will not be healed. But we're in a good position to use it there for Toshiro, given he's in best dire straits, and we can also discontinue using the triple threat window here for the remaining enemies and other characters that aren't Toshiro.
It's showtime! Gotta get ready!
Got a couple more down. Even more enemies responding. And that's one of the toughest parts about this mission is more enemies continue to respawn. You have to be cognizant of that you won't be able to do everything. Sometimes if your turn count is running low, you have to keep in mind that not all the enemies that you see from the start of the mission are going to be
Now it's my turn!
wind up fighting.
Alright, let's go!
But as you can see, we have yet another big triple window here. It's going to take care of a good amount more of the enemies that just spawned.
Now then. Let's go! Alright, let's do this! So it's my turn. All right. Persona! What's that? Now it's my turn. Shall we do this? Now.
And with this triple threat I got here from the Phantom Judge,
Gotta get ready.
we'll get a couple more enemies ensnared. Unfortunately, it looks like Ryuji can't
Right, let's go.
spam the triple
Let's do
threat
it.
in order to get that bruiser. He's gonna likely take a beating in the next turn. But at least we got more enemies out of the way here with this
Check
triple threat.
Now it's my turn. Shall we do this?
So Toshiro is healed up enough that we
Show them our
can
strength.
move forward with him a little bit.
Persona! Our unbreakable resolve! Witness our power as one! Witness our power as one! Our unbreakable resolve! We fight together!
So we have 4 turns left, and we have a handful of enemies. Making good progress here.
Alright, let's do this! Alright, let's go! Our unbreakable resolve!
do here?
Better get ready. Those shots are right on target. I'm ready.
Now
Now it's
This is
my
an
turn.
example where triple threat, sometimes this can be hard to predict the angle that's going to happen. I was hoping to obviously get this bruiser in the triple threat window between Ashura and Ryuji, but this angle didn't work out. Hard to figure that out sometimes, but
what to do here?
we're still in good position here.
Nice cover.
We have plenty of turns left, and we don't have enemies respawning anymore. We just have this one here wreaking havoc, but he'll be going down soon enough. Traveled a good amount of distance to get two criticals, but regardless, we'll take care of them on this turn.
What to do here?
Great positioning, Joker.
Let's go. Take this.
There you have it.
All enemies eliminated. Incredible,
That
Joker.
completes this mission. We got up to level 65. We got 14 grand for our trouble and some new persona. We did it in 5 turns. That completes mission 43, the Path to God A. And it's not going to be too much inner story this time before we're going to start the next mission. Even though Yusuke and Haru are talking through things here.
Ah. What?
Well, let's be off.
And you see, we have that creep in a loop. And now we're going to start mission number 44, which is called Path to God S. So we went from A rank to S rank. And as you can see,
I don't
we're
have
in
time to be lazy.
the same type of facility here, and we have the same kind of setup. We have enemies all over the place. We have a handful of barrels here and there, and we are kind of surrounded, so we're gonna have to make some moves around to get to be able to kill the people, and we'll have to be creative with the up and down and spreading our characters out to get the triple threat across the map. As you can see, we have some exposed legionnaires that we can take advantage of early, which we will do. The reason I had to use that melee there is because I didn't want to get trapped
Now it's my turn.
and not be able to advance behind those nuts and bolts that are for some reason sticking around and blocking our pathways.
All right.
Gotta get ready.
All right, let's go.
You head well, Toshiro.
Fitness out power as one. What to do here?
It's showtime.
Use this to carry out some of the initial enemies.
All right, let's do this. Show what we got. Persona! Persona!
wondering why I am using Ryuji and shooting, it's just a reminder that Ryuji has a gun attached with the ability to put enemies to sleep. And that is one of the trophies that we are working on in the background as we keep working on these missions. So if you don't have that, or you forgot to equip an enemy with a gun that has the sleep ability, be sure and do that as soon as you can. But we're pretty late into this playthrough now, so if you don't have it started now, you might want to just at this point wait until the next playthrough. Up to you, but I am using a sleep gun with Ryuji to try and continue to work on that trophy. I'm not really sure how many enemies I've inflicted yet with sleep, but it's just one of those things that I'm hopefully the trophy will just pop over the course of this first playthrough is what I'm hoping, because that is not something I want to really work on in the future or have to worry about it when it comes to using new guns. As you can see here, I've spread Joker, Makoto, and everyone else out to try and build out this triple threat window to kill more enemies. As usual, as sure you can tell by now, this is huge strategy for this game in general, and it's just as much so in these last missions. If you're wanting to get them within the turn count, you're going to have to maximize the triple threat window here. So I killed a couple more there. We still have a few enemies left. Feel free to use the barrels, of course, when you find the opportune time, because they do not only just inflict damage on the enemies, they also can knock them back and create once more opportunities. So use the barrels as I did there previously when it makes sense. Try not to just destroy them for no reason. Annoying Soma guys that unfortunately got that lightning attack on us. Fortunately, we didn't get shocked, which is good, because that would have been bad for creating a triple threat window here. And luckily, we didn't get a critical attack against that Frugalist Legionnaire there, because that might have put us in trouble there. Because now that we are back on the normal missions, compared to the last video, we do have to keep our turn count and our party members alive for this mission.
Now it's my turn.
And any of the missions that are normal and not boss battles.
Do this.
You get no mercy. Take him out. Time to use my persona.
What to do here? Persona! Take this!
No, you're hurt. Be careful.
Gotta get ready! Alright, let's go!
I'm ready. Persona. Time to use my persona.
Now it's my turn! Shall we do this? We fight together!
You'll get no mercy! This will be a hit!
Alright, let's do this! Alright, let's go! Our unbreakable resolve! Fire away, Ernesto!
What?
Better get ready! I'ma send you flying!
Nice one, Sal!
Time to go wild! Show 'em what we got! Time to go wild! Persona!
As you can see here, I used Ryuji's special ability to give the once more opportunity to expand out the range that we can get with the triple threat. So we will get the credit for another one of those unique abilities. Still don't have 50 yet, which we need for that trophy,
Here I go!
but hopefully we'll get it eventually. There's definitely many opportunities where I should have been using that ability and haven't, so hopefully you've been using it more opportunistically than I have over the course of your
Great positioning,
following
Yoger.
along or
Let's go.
playing the game yourself.
Great position. You'll be well hidden.
It's over!
Great position, Yoger.
See, we got another triple threat here.
Yoger, you got it.
It's showtime!
Kill out the last few enemies here. And that's gonna wrap up this mission here. Mission number 44, the Path to God S. We got it within 4 turns of the 7 that we needed. So that's good to see. So we've got 2 missions down in this video, both of which are in this new kingdom, Salmael's kingdom.
The atmosphere
And we're
here
gonna
just
have a little
screams
bit of
ambush.
Dialogue
What
here
do we
from
have here?
after
Did you
completing
all
that
really
mission.
just come waltzing in like schmucks again?
That voice.
I won't let you get away from me this
And
time.
here we have
Toshiro!
the re-emergence of Marie.
What are you doing back from the
So,
dead?
if you may recall,
This isn't her.
Marie was the first boss
Presumably
of
an
this
illusion
game. She was the
Salmael
one
conjured
that
up to rattle the
first greeted us when we approached this
Toshiro!
new
Toshiro!
kingdom area of this Persona 5
Can't
Tactica
do
game.
anything on your own.
And we did
Rebelling
kill
now
her,
will
so
do
we
you any
killed her
good. You're nothing
quite a
but
few
wind-up dog.
videos
Give it
back.
up already. There's no
And
point.
as you can see, she has
Say what you
now
want, but you're wasting
reappeared,
your time. I can walk on my own 2
Awesome.
legs now.
which likely
So
means
I'm
that we'll
taking
have
this
to
will
fight
of
her
mine.
again.
And I'm
This
ending
is
my relationship with
Kind of a concept that the Persona
Shut
series
up,
in
shut
general
up.
likes to
You think you can
do.
defy me
They
and get
tend to
away with
have
it?
you
You piece of crap.
need to
Trash.
refight certain bosses again or story bosses
You're my
again.
marionette.
This was very
Right.
much the case in
Yes, you are.
Persona 5 Strikers. If you
You
played Persona
are
5 Strikers, you had to beat the
Is it
story
just me,
boss,
or is her
and then you
vitriol
had
gone up a
to
notch?
beat them again
I'm
to
rich
do
and famous.
some of the
Master,
side
not
quests.
slave.
And then you had to beat them
Lonely
again, I
peasant,
believe, on the
grovel
harder
before me.
mode. This time,
because
we're
you
just
have
having to beat
Just
the
because you
boss
have power,
again as part
you
of
have
the
no
story.
right to keep people down.
But she's
Let's
now,
go,
as
everybody.
you can see, in
This
a
is a fight we can't
gray
lose.
suit now or something. She's not in her human form. So it's likely a demigod version of Marie. We don't have to kill her within a certain time frame again, so we can be
Damn you,
a little bit more
disgusting
diligent here as far as
Oh, this is
not
bad.
worrying about our enemies being, our characters being killed. So as you can see, we have a very similar setup to the way that we fought her in the original battle. You have these church pews that you can kind of hide behind and impose damage on her. We don't see her in the tank yet, which is good, so we can just do straight up damage across her for now. And as you can see, she's still up to her usual tricks, just like the first time that we fought her. She throws these bouquets that will explode if we stay within those blast radius of the bouquet, but alternatively we can kick the bouquets into her to try and get critical hits. These ones look pretty far out of range, but we might be able to make it between our three characters here. So unfortunately she did not walk over and fall for that bouquet that we had right in front of her. But that's alright, we still can keep imposing damage on her the old-fashioned way. This time we should be in far better shape because one of the bouquets is right in front of her. So we should be able to actually get a triple threat window here and engulf her in flames, which is good because that's one of the best ways that we can impose damage on her. Unfortunately, as you can see, Toshiro does not have a melee attack, so we won't be able to kick that bouquet and do additional damage to her in that form. But that was still a pretty good turn. We got a triple threat, we got 2 bouquets in her face, and we did some additional damage. But as you can see, even with as good of a turn as we had there, she still has significant amount of health left. So that's one of the annoying things about this boss, is she, just like the first version, has plenty of health. And as you can see here, she's pulled out of her arsenal one of her classic attacks, which is that collar attack, which does damage. And in addition to that, it also targets, puts a target around you, so she will be focused on that character to try and kill you. And if you are within a close vicinity, you're likely to take a good amount of damage. But as you can see, we have done enough damage to her that she is going to trigger the second phase of this battle. As just like in the second phase of the first battle, she brings out her tank. She has done that yet again this time. So we have her in her tank here, and we will continue to have to try and wear her down here, even though she's in the tank. but her attack patterns will be different because she is in the vehicle. And there you see there she's doing just like she did in the first battle, where she projects the path that her tank will be riding at, and you all of course will want to avoid it and try and do damage to her in the meantime.
What to do here? Hey, gotta get ready. Do this.
Nice position. You'll be well hidden. Nice cover. Yoshiro's back to landing. Good work there. That's perfect. You'll be safe there. It's okay to need it.
So there you go. She drove down the path and she now projects her next tank path. And just like in the first version of the battle, these rocks for some reason fall onto the ground. No idea where they're coming from, but they will kind of hurt you as far as mobility and things like that. But we should be alright. They're not really too big of a bother. And there she goes in her tank with the projected path that she outlined, thankfully for us.
Here I go.
What to do here?
And we're just gonna have to keep whittling away at her here. There's not really much other strategy that I'm aware of that we can do. But we have her at the less than 50% health barrier so far. So we are making good progress. And you can see here, just like in the original boss battle, she does throw out her bouquets, and so we can try and use these opportunities to kick them into her path where her tank will be driving. And as you can see, because Joker is being targeted from that love collar attack that she has, the tank will adjust to be focused on Joker or whoever has the collar attack imposed on them. But in a way, this is an advantage because you can use this to make sure that she does drive in front of the bouquets. So that's one advantage to this ability that she uses against us, is that we can more move the path in the direction that we want.
We fight together.
So as you can see there, she drove into another bouquet, which ends her turn. We took some damage there, but we survived it. We're getting really close to whittling her down, and we should hopefully be able to get her on this turn. We're going to use Ryuji's ultimate attack there to get hopefully a little bit more damage, and we get credit for yet another unique persona ability. And there we go. We killed Marie, the second form of her. Thankfully, in this second version of the boss, we don't have that third phase like that what happened in the original battle, where we had to line up her under that bell that was going to fall on her. We're able to just flat out kill her in the two different rounds that we have here, so that and she dies after that. We don't have to fight her again in a third phase. So as you can see here, we've completed that mission as well. So that was mission 45 for battling Marie a second time. We did it in 11 turns. We got some more personas and we're up to level 65. So that's nice to see. And we are now sent back to the hideout for another conversation. This conversation is called Standing Up for Others. So this is the 28th conversation to date, which means we just have 2 conversations left, and we'll finally get that trophy. And at least for watching this sequence and going through the conversation that I've sped up here per usual, we will get some more GP that we can allocate to our team members for skill point allocations. So be sure and grab this conversation that's available now to us, now that we've defeated Marie for a second time. Unfortunately, because we have fought Marie a second time, this to me likely opens the door that we will have to fight the rest of the bosses a second time, which is not exactly exciting prospect, because they were kind of annoying, but it is what it is, and it's an easy way for the Persona 5 Atlas developers to pad the game a little bit without too much creativity. But since we've gotten up to level 65, we're going to try and beef up our personas here. So as you can see, we're starting off with Norn and Fornius. We're going to fuse them together to create Moloch. Moloch was a boss in Shin Megami Tensei 5 that you could fight.
Now then.
And he was also the opening boss in, well, not really boss, but opening character that you fought in the first Persona 5 game. When you were in the casino, you encounter Moloch. So he's a persona with quite a bit of history to him across the Atlas series. And this next one that we're going to produce is Melchizedek. This is the ultimate judgment persona in Persona 3, and he induces a very interesting side quest in Shin Megami Tensei 5, where you accept his quest and you for this ring, and then you wind up fighting the 3 angels, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel together in a really cool showdown in Shin Megami Tensei 5. But in this game, we don't really do much with the personas other than fuse them. So we have that, another persona in our arsenal here. And now that we've managed to do a couple of fusions of personas, we're going to try and get the trophy for fusing 10 weapons, because we're close to the end of the game. We have a good amount of money, our personas are in better shape, so let's try and build this out. So the first one, we're going to need to summon Yatagarasu, but we can craft a new weapon called Supernova. A stylish looking crossbow type enemy there. And if you haven't fused a weapon that can induce sleep, you can use this window now to do so, but we don't have that much time left to try and induce 20 enemies to sleep, but better late now than never. It never hurts, and you'll have to do it eventually anyway. So if you haven't done that weapon yet, go ahead. But as you can see, we've crafted another gun for Anne. This one's called Hephestasus Kiln. Hephestasus is one of the Greek mythology gods that was the best person for crafting weapons. He was responsible for crafting the armor and weapons for the gods such as Athena and Hermes' wings and things like that. So that's a cool mythology reference there with Anne's gun there. And now we are going to do a sleep weapon here called Sleep Scattershot using Thor and Baphomet. And there you have it. And there you go. So if you have been following along, that should also be your 10th or close to 10th fusion weapon. And as you can see, we get the trophy for it. The trophy is called Novice Craftsman. So that's our 26th trophy out of 40. And now that I have that trophy for Novice Craftsman, and I have a gun that induces sleep, one on Ryuji, and I just did a second one, I don't really find the need to fuse guns much more in this game, for normal mode anyway. You feel free to keep using weapons if you want, but I want to save my money and time from this point forward to just buying the unique weapons to get to 50 unique weapons, or just to continue to fuse personas. And if I'm missing any personas, I will have to pay the price to get them out of the Compendium and use my money in that sense. But since we've fused a couple more weapons, we're also going to use some of our newfound money to buy a couple more weapons for the unique weapon purchasing trophy, of which we need 50. So as you can see, I bought 2 more here, Triumph and Baptism, which brings our total to 27. So we still are a long ways away from getting the unique weapons trophy, but at least we do have the weapons fusion trophy out of the way, and that's a relief because that costs money and we don't really want to focus on that too much. And now we're going to switch over to one of the hardest parts of this game. If you recall, in the previous video we talked to Lavenza about our new circumstances and where we are in our ultimate objective for beating Salmael. And to challenge us, she has opened up the door to provide us with 3 last side quests, and they're going to be called Lavenza's Trials. And these are the hardest by far missions and quests in the game, because they're very unique, and one of them called counts for doing it in 1 turn, which is the one that we're going to try and do here soon. This one, I spent a lot of time with trial and error trying to figure this one out. So it's one of the most annoying missions in the game. But the one advantage to completing these quests, outside of the fact that we have to for getting all the quests, but this also opens the ability to unlock the final skill that is in our skill tree, and that is opening and allowing us to get that trophy as well. So you'll want to do these missions for sure. I'm going to do them right away now that they are available to us, so we can get these trophies out of the way for completing all side quests and completing a final skill allocation. So here you are, mission number 13 out of 15, called Lavenza's First Trial. And as always, we have some dialogue between our characters to discuss the state of things related to the side quests. Feel free to prod this along at a quicker rate if you choose. So, as usual with the quests, we are locked in with the party members here. We are forced to use Joker Makoto and Morgana. So given that we have to use these 3 characters, be sure and allocate your skills accordingly. So given this is a mission we are going to have to complete in 1 turn, I am going to emphasize on movement here. We don't care about doing damage here. We care more about being able to maximize our move radius. So just like I am showing here, make sure you allocate your skills not so much to kill enemies or strengthen your wind or nuclear attacks, but make sure you are maximizing your movement speed, because that's going to be the key to us being able to reach this blue target area, which is the objective of this first quest provided by Lavenza. So as you can see, deallocate any skills that don't lead to anything that might not give us either more movement or a once more opportunity. So now that we've allocated our skills between Joker and Morgana and Makoto, as you can see, the characters are overwhelmed that Lavenza has been able to reproduce this simulation that's identical to the missions we've been doing to date. But here we go. We're starting off here. We have to reach that target, and we only have a single turn to do it. And these missions are the ones that I hate the most, because it's just so much trial and error, so much trying to figure out what opportunities we have and so forth. So you're going to start by lining up Joker and Makoto, and then we're going to create a once more opportunity with Morgana. We're going to switch over to Joker, go down that ladder, and build out that next once more opportunity, and then switch back over to create this triple threat window, which means nothing because we only have 1 turn. So we're gonna, with Joker over here on the left, Morgana on the right, we need to move that ladder down, which will cause this enemy to be frightened, because if you have the ladder up, you will not be frightened. So we move that ladder up and kick him down to trigger a once more, and now Joker has access to the blue elevator. So this is obviously one of the elevators that's key to us to move around and make sure that we get to our target. We can finally switch over to Makoto now, who enables that once more opportunity, and she's going to join the ladder or elevator here with Morgana. We're going to switch over to Makoto and drop her off, because she's going to be the character that we actually want to reach our target goal. So Joker has the elevator controls over here on the left, and we're going to try and look for once more opportunities, which we have here with Makoto with these 2 enemies here. So we're going to shoot the enemy on the far right to trigger a once more. Oh, looks like the far left rather. And as you can see, the blue elevator is down. So we'll have to switch over to Joker to bring that back up for us after we got that once more opportunity with Makoto. Switch back to Makoto, and there you go. So looks easy on paper when you follow a guide, but it was a pain in the ass mission for sure to follow, because there was just so much switching back and trying to figure out what the path was. But that's going to complete the first trial from Lavenza, and that's going to be closing out this video for part 25. We got a lot of ground covered in this version of the video. We got 3 missions, a boss battle, and another trophy. But we'll see you in the next one.